buddy?
Hey.
What are you doing?
Being inside.
Yeah?
Mom said to stay away from Jet.
That's probably good. Y'all starting to argue? What's up, Striker?
Like, so Jet said turn back on the lights, and I said, okay, I will. And then I was trying to get up, then Jet had no patience, and then literally yelled at me.
Okay.
And then my rage literally popped out, and then literally
Can you say it without saying literally?
Yes, I blew it. And yelled.
Okay.
My freaking head off.
Well, we gotta own that. We gotta control ourselves, okay? Self-control is incredibly important. It's one of the fruits of the spirit. Okay?
Okay.
All right, bud. So you just sit there and chill and hang out quietly, and or go find something to play or do or something like that. Okay?
Can I play Smash Brothers? Or,
No video games.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, Striker, there we go. Tradesman, shalom. Fixing to improve. What's up? Making them freedom seeds. Yeah, so I was in the middle of a live stream earlier, and I received a business phone call while I'm doing a live stream on the phone. And I was like, no, but I had to take it. It was a customer that I had marked as lost earlier, and turned out he called me back. So I was very thankful. So it was basically a customer that was more or less saved and could be an opportunity for some commission, for me to make money, and hopefully even in the near future, because what he's wanting is going to be potentially pretty soon, as soon as July. Sounds like you got a good little brass polisher standing by. Yeah, I do. Especially my 8-year-old. He's all about it. Anything he can do to help Daddy. All right, we're gonna change this.
Oh, hey, Dad.
There we go. Yes, son.
After you're done with that live stream, can we try and do that thing on my computer, like where what Garrett the Carrot did, like when he did his gaming live stream, like when he talks, like he puts his like little figure on the side, and every time he talks, like his character talks like that.
I don't know how to do that, bud.
Okay.
Hey, I need Jason Jet to find a way to stop arguing over the dumbest crap ever.
Okay. Stop
I
arguing.
get home and they're just already bickering. I'm assuming they're bickering the whole time.
Honey, you want to say hi? I got Striker here.
Oh, well. Are you live while
I'm live.
bitching about them complaining?
Yes, while you're over
I'm just
here,
in my pajamas because I just got home from work after completing a project that I found out about last night, and no big deal, just a huge.
Did you do it though?
I did.
Good job.
I finished it at like 4:01.
That was a big deal.
Yeah. I had to make a pitch deck for a very importante
Mucho importante.
importante person,
Close.
and I was just going over it. Look how good it looks. Look at that.
Oh wow.
It looks so good. I know.
Good job, baby.
I know.
Proud of you.
I run my first race on Sunday.
Yep. So, Lauren, that is my wife.
That's me.
She's roaring, says Striker.
I'm in my matching pajama set right now. I'm all blue.
All blue.
What, honey?
So she's gotten into running,
I don't know yet.
as
Because I know
utilizing
Chase-
it as an opportunity
yet.
to, better herself,
We're not
lose
getting
weight, build endurance, all of that. It's all a factor.
Look.
And she's killing it. She gets out there and she'll run 5 miles at a time.
Yeah. Well,
That's a bad place to stand.
I ran 6, which Sunday is my It's my first 10K race. I have to go pick up my race packet tomorrow. It's funny to use the word race because, like, I 100% am not going to be even remotely close to winning.
Yeah, she runs like a Shetland pony.
I have 2 goals. It is to finish and to not have to use the bathroom in the middle of the race.
You know what? Those are 2 very achievable goals.
I will not be eating anything on Saturday in hopes that there will be no going to the bathroom on
No
Sunday.
Pooping during the race.
Nobody tells you how problematic going number 2 is when you start running for endurance training. Like, seriously, you really have to time your poops. And it's the worst when you're in the middle of a training run. You're like, I have to go, and there's no place to go. It's really bad.
You know what, Stryker? I feel like it would be awesome to see you leaned out. You know, he just said running takes too much mass off of me.
I have a lot of mass to lose, so.
Trying to get big again. Dude, have you seen yourself?
So funny for him to say that. I'm trying to get big again. Okay.
This dude's biceps are the size of my head.
I am reading from so far away.
And we've got the tradesman.
Rocking
Yeah,
equals
praise
yes,
y'all,
running
brother.
equals no. Here's the thing. Running sucks at first. It really does. It really, really does. And I get the whole, I don't like to run, because before you break through the wall of being able to run without completely feeling like you're having the life sucked out of you, it's really hard.
Yeah,
But if you
I'm still smoked at a mile.
If you keep doing
Pushing
it,
through, but
and you keep pushing past that point, you will hit this point where you no longer are out of breath. You're able to keep going. You're just arguing with yourself in your mind about going because you're like, this sucks, I don't want to do it. But it's not like I can't breathe, my lungs hurt, my legs are going to give out. It's not that anymore. And then you start getting the runner's high. And I've been a competitive person for probably as long as I can remember. When I was 11, my first skating competition, I got second and I cried because I didn't get first. So this is a way for me to...
It's not because she didn't get first. It's because she's a crybaby.
This is a way for me to do a sport in my year 38. Oh, can I tell them about my goal? My 3-year goal?
Yeah.
Okay, so I turned 38 last year. I'm still 38 till October. And I decided, I've been overweight for a really long time. Like, when I go back to look at pictures, it takes a long time for me to get to photos that are not of me overweight. So I decided I was going to change my lifestyle. I started counting my calories and all that, and then I started running. Well, I decided to sign up for a half marathon, which is in November, and I started getting antsy because it's so far away. I was like, I got to do something in between. So I signed up for that race that I'm doing on Sunday. And then I met somebody. I'm sure a lot of you guys watch Refuge stuff. And if you know who Francesco is, he is our friend from New York. He works for Achilles International. He's blind, but he just freaking kills it. He comes to class. He does all this stuff. He always has a friend with him when he comes to do classes. So he brought Hector to the last
Who is
set of
awesome,
classes.
by the way. I love Hector and Francesco.
They did Responder 3 together, and then they did 0 to Hero. Well, Hector was leaving and picked up this bag, and I looked at the bag, and the bag said Iron Man on it. And I was like, did you do an Iron Man? And he has done more than, I don't remember how many half Ironmans, and then Ironmans, and he was talking to me about it. And so here I decided I was going to do a half Ironman. So my 3-year goal right now, 2026, I'm going to run my first half marathon. 2027, my goal is to run a full marathon. That's 26 point something miles. 2027, my goal is to do a half Ironman, which is biking 56 miles, swimming 1.1 miles, and then running 13.1 miles. So that is my 2027 goal. So so this year it'll be my half marathon. Next year it'll be my full marathon. The year after that, I'll be 40. I'll either be 40 or 41 when I do it, and my plan is to do a half Ironman. And then maybe I'll do a full Ironman after that. Who knows? Maybe that'll be my 2028 goal, is a full Ironman, or 2029. We'll see. break it. You break so many of them. Anyways, I can't see what
Some of
people
these are
saying.
tight. The Moab 240 in 2028. You.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is, 12C. I don't know. Maybe I need to go. You know, projectile vomit. I'm gonna do it. Y'all willing? I'm gonna do it.
I
Let's
think it's
see.
awesome. Francesco is my hero, says 12C.
He's all of our heroes.
He is, man. Francesco literally removes any
It's a
any
race.
excuse.
I gotta look this up. I'm not, like I said, I'm not about winning because that's not happening. But I am about finishing the race. So
Here is the endurance of the Saints.
Moab 240.
The Suns?
Oh, it's an ultra? Yeah, that's gonna be on my list too, for sure. I mean, what do you do after you run a marathon? Duh, you run an ultra marathon. Okay.
Which is how many miles?
Uh.
Please don't say 240.
50. 50.
240 miles?
50. 50.
You're
50.
silly.
Chase.
Go. I love you both.
Oh my gosh. What? 241 miles. The cutoff is 112 hours.
That's like some freaking Cam Hanes
What?
shit right there, dude.
Yeah, so I'm going to put a pin in that one. I think I have enough goals on the board, and then once I do the half
Once
marathon,
you meet those goals.
and then the marathon, and then the half Ironman, and then maybe the ultra marathon, then I'll be like, you know what? I guess now I need to do the Moab one.
Accidentally swiped up and it's a live
That
stream of
might
a
be needed.
paraplegic playing video games with his mouth.
Can't back out now. I didn't know what I was signing up for.
Oh.
Speaking of, I hyperextended my knee a little bit earlier.
You okay?
Oh yeah, it wasn't like an injury. It was like I stood stupid and leaned over and was like, that didn't feel good. I shouldn't have done that. I'm supposed to run on Sunday. Tomorrow we're gonna go look at sunglasses for me, and I am all the way gonna get the big ol' honkin' cyclist glasses that are super shiny and stuff. And it might nadir this weekend.
Yeah, there might be a
It might be a
nader.
nadir. I might be running in a
We
nadir.
might be deploying with Grindstone, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's a very busy weekend. Anyways, it's
It
really
is a busy
nice
weekend.
humid in this house right now. Hopefully not running the AC.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
because
can I run it? Because I'm sweating.
sure,
Thank you.
I am warm too.
Okay.
It is warm in here.
There's gonna be a tornado?
No, Hallie.
You
There-
said nader. Does that mean tornado?
So,
There is some potential for some yucky weather.
Dano, what's up?
Go in there.
Welcome back.
Go in there.
Um,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh,
so, what was I gonna say? Saved it. Saved it. I just don't have anywhere else to put the phone. Oh, but Stryker was asking about my rifle. Yeah, oh, you guys laughing at me. I see how it is. So I have 2 ballistic advantage barrels, which implies that I'm building 2 separate upper receivers. So I've got the barrels, good to go. And one is 6.5 Creedmoor, the other is 308. And they're a Hansen profile made by Ballistic Advantage and the 416R stainless. I have had a tremendous amount of luck with Ballistic Advantage. They're really accurate barrels. Both of my AR-15s have them. And like I said, I've just had good luck, and they're fantastic barrels, to say the least. So I'm really excited about this AR-10 build. And then for the lower receiver, This is the lower receiver of the AR-10. Look at it in all its glory. So I had this Magpul UBR. I took it off of a rifle about 2 years ago, and it's just been sitting around, and this has been a fantastic stock. So I figured, you know, what a great stock to utilize for this AR-10. And I've got ambi safety, your standard takedown pins, your standard buffer catch. I do not have a buffer system yet. I'm looking at like maybe something like a JP Enterprises captured buffer system specifically for the AR-10 in maybe like the H2 weight range. And then, wait a minute, do I have the box still? Oops, my guitar case fell. The trigger is the 2-stage, what is it? It's the Rise Armament 2-stage RA100. So it's very crisp, tactile, functions fantastically, so I'm excited about it. Nice, cool, clean break. It's gonna be good. And then here's my upper receiver. So this is all Cerakoted and such with like this, it's a green, it's like a Ranger green with like tan, brown, and black all the way up and down it. I think it looks fantastic. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, yeah. So that's going to be one upper receiver, and then the other upper receiver here it is. Yeah, it's almost like a tiger stripe. It's very similar. Prepping Torah EMT. What's up, dude? And then I have this. Yeah, it's an SLR Rifle Works AR-10 handguard that I just need to purchase an upper receiver. So I have this, and this one will probably be for the 6.5 Creedmoor, and the other one will be more than likely for the 308. At which point I'll need 2 different scopes and, you know, build out my dopes and all of that for the 308 and the 6.5 Creedmoor. They look beautiful. So what do I need? I need the JP captured buffer system for the AR-10. I need a bolt carrier group and a charging handle. And, you know, I just need one to get by. However, I would eventually like to have 2 AR-10 charging handles and bolt carrier groups specifically for the 6.5 Creedmoor and the 308. That way I don't have to worry about swapping the uppers and throwing the bolt carrier group and the charging handle in and getting all that squared away. So 2 BCGs, 2 charging handles. I need 2 adjustable gas blocks. I need to get the gas tubes, and then the buffer system. Once I have those, and of course muzzle devices for those, but eventually I'd like to get them suppressed. So I may just do, you know, your standard A2 for these, and then eventually just get a suppressor for them with the same with the same muzzle device, so I can just throw the suppressor on one or the other and just run it. So that's my AR-10 build. Working on it. These things are stupid expensive. And the same as, you know, reloading and such. I was blessed with this reloading press. A buddy of mine let me borrow his tumbler here, which is really awesome. It does a fantastic job. And I went out and bought these dies. I only had to buy the 223 dies, and I was blessed with the 308 die and the 6.5 Creedmoor die set as well. So I was blessed with a lot of this, and it's just opened up, you know, a whole new world to allow me to do the things that I've wanted to do for years. Goodness. .6.5 Swede is a medium action Creedmoor. Short action with faster twist rate to stabilize longer bullets. Right on. Do what?
I was gonna say something and I realized, oh, it's over tomorrow.
Okay. What loading manual am I using? I don't know yet. I've got a few in my buddy's reloading box that he's letting me utilize, and I've just been, you know, slowly procuring things as we go. But I do have this. This is the Sierra 6th edition reloading manual, and then we have this Modern Reloaded 2nd edition for Lee reloading, which was revised in 2016 with new powders. So I need to look through these. There's a lot here, you know, whether it be 223 super short Win Mag, 223 Winchester super short Magnum, 225, 6.5 Creedmoor, 308. There's all kinds of reloading data in here. So I really just have to hone in on something and figure out what load is going to be the most effective for the rounds that I have, and eventually I'll settle on something. I keep knocking over this camera, and I just realized that my my die, it's like a rebuild kit, my 223 die rebuild kit was open and I apparently spilt the components that are in it. So I've got a few options. I remember the Swedish Mauser could really burn through some steel. Yeah. All things considered, for me and my specific purposes, I love the 6.5 Creedmoor. I love what it does. I love the velocity. I love how flat it shoots. And when it comes to like 308 versus 6.5, 308 kind of falls off at around 600 yards, where 6.5 Creedmoor just keeps going. You know, when you're looking at, you know, different dynamics and power loads and powder loads and such, that really allows a heavier 6.5 Creedmoor to shine where the 308 falls off. So, yeah, there's that. Does that have the... Does the reloading manual have the difference between 7.62 by 51 and 308? I would imagine. I'd have to look at it. Oh, Ev? Of what? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not there. Maybe I'm just retarded or something. I don't know what you're saying. Big pressure difference. Okay. So yeah, man, I'm really excited. I certainly do not have the money to allocate towards the parts. So this has just been a really slow build for me, and I'm trying to take advantage of deals as they more or less present themselves. If I have the money available to take advantage, and it may be, I may not have this complete until next year. I don't know, but it's worth the wait to me, because I've always wanted an AR-10, and I have a friend who asked me to help her build her AR-15, which turned out great. It's a fantastic build. It's absolutely beautiful. And she wanted to spend a little bit of money, so I put together all the options for her and everything, and then of course she purchased all the components, and then I built it out. And again, it turned out fantastic. However, the initial first purchase of a receiver set, lower and upper receiver set with the handguard, I didn't read it well enough to let her know that it was an AR-10 versus an AR-15. So she purchased it, and then we got it, and she realized it was an AR-10 and not an AR-15. So I was like, you know what? That's on me. Let me purchase it from you. And she was gracious enough to allow me to purchase that receiver set from her. And then of course we found the correct one, and then she purchased it, which is how I ended up with the receiver set there. So it's just a slow build for me right now, just kind of doing what I can as you know, money allows, if you will. And of course, it's probably wise now in this current state that, you know, we slow down on all of that, and really put more money towards food, and fill the gas cans and such. That makes far more sense, because, you know, I use the gas, you know, whether it be for chainsaw or mowing the yard and all that other stuff. You know, we've got a riding lawnmower, so we've got it. You know, with the cost of fuel prices, just filling 5 gas cans, you know, is almost $100. It's definitely over $100 to fill all of the gas cans that I have, and that sucks. It just, you know, nobody wants to spend $100 on fuel. Sold some bolt guns to fund an AR-10 and a few more 15s. Nice additional funds out of pocket. Yeah, for sure. I just don't have anything that I can sell that I could justify like actually letting go of. I only have one bolt gun, which is it's just a cheap Savage anyway, so it's not as if I get anything out of it, to say the least. It's an okay rifle. It's accurate. that's that's really all you can ask out of a rifle, anyways. As long as it's accurate, and it's it's a deer rifle. So I'll probably just hold on to that. Um, but yeah, outside of that, man, I just don't have anything to sell to fund this build. So it's anything that's worth having is probably worth the wait. So sometimes it's just beneficial to be patient and buy it as you can. And of course, you end up with better quality parts anyway whenever you can build it out yourself, because then you have the benefit of knowing all the ins and outs of the rifle, learning and knowing exactly what works, what doesn't. Gonna have to sweep the floor, honey.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna have to sweep the floor. I'm getting primers all over the place.
Almost sound like you were saying you're gonna have to sweep the floor, honey.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that for me. Clean up my mess.
You wanna turn that live stream off?
I regret everyone I ever sold. Yeah. Yep. Left a hole in your soul. So what I did in the past was I would build a rifle, and I would figure out what I liked and what I didn't like, and then I would sell that rifle and then build another one. You're gonna get it done?
Impulsive.
With what money?
Dang it, why you gotta be like that?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to be real with you.
Mom. Here I am, trying to be fun and spontaneous.
Fun and spontaneous for you.
Don't argue anymore though.
Apparently my wife is getting her hair did tomorrow
Go back
to be fun and spontaneous.
For me.
What's up, Vic? How you doing, brother? What a treat for my commute home. What are we talking about? Back had a good call from one of our bros. Man, Stryker, you just missed me going over my 308. You were the one who asked. And I was hoping you were there, but I didn't see you in the comments. So I assumed you got off. But I'll go back over it because it's worth it. Vic needs to know too. Vic definitely needs to know.
Ah! Dang it!
What happened?
I opened Refuge's Instagram. The algorithm showed me a degloved finger.
Ah. Gross.
Dang it!
That sucks.
First thing I see when I open Instagram.
Saved it.
Oh my gosh. Good.
What, honey?
Ah! It's still there. You want
Alright.
to see?
No,
Oh
I
my
don't.
God. Here.
Even though I'm good with it, doesn't mean I want to see it. Ooh. Oh, that's bad. That is so bad.
No, you can't.
So, so my wife, she opened up a. I am lubing the cases. I'm just not lubing the inside. I'm just gonna have to start dipping the casing inside there and getting some lube on the interior. Because they're doing good for the most part. They're doing really good. It's just. You see that one? I lubed the interior of the case where that neck is, because that's where it's binding, is when it's pulling back down on the neck. But I can show you what I'm talking about.
Eric Banner played the whole.
Huh?
Nothing.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that was delicious.
Here's one. Okay, so you see right here? the depriming pin naturally broke off, and that happens with 223 casings.
Again?
No, Lauren, I'm trying to show them something.
Tell them why I'm saying that.
Because I've broken 2 pins. But I found out it's not my fault.
I don't believe it.
Well, you're
One
wrong.
of them broke like 2 days after he bought it. I was like, we just bought that. What the heck?
So some of these casings, this is a little dirty. I had to toss it out.
Yeah, she said.
But rather than having a single primer hole on the base where you can stick the priming, the deprimer pin, it's got 2 holes for the ignition that are offset from each other, not in the center. So, and I didn't know that until I come across, and there was 5 of these rounds. So when you press down into it, it's like pressing down into a freaking rock, and then of course the priming pin just bends up, and you end up breaking the priming pin, or the decapping pin rather. But what happens is when this comes down into the casing, this piece right here necks it out. It stretches it out, and then once it gets past this point right here, that lip, it gets crimped down, and then you pull it out. Well, it's binding on the interior, so I can't do anything about corrosion that may be inside the brass until I deprime it. Dang it.
What'd you do?
I tossed the wrong one.
Why'd you do that?
I don't even know which one it is. Well, that's a lost casing. All right, there we go. Anyways, I can't, dang it, I really want that casing because now I don't have the appropriate number.
Squirrel.
Yeah, total squirrel moment. Ha! First try.
First try, 4th try.
You don't say that. 20 left until I, refill this batch of 250, because I've got a lot of brass that needs to be prepped. And that's all I'm doing is just prepping the brass, man, getting it ready so that as I have funds, all of this work is already done. Oh, look, the guy who called me earlier during the live stream just emailed me. But as I have the funds and I can, get the powder, I've got a lot of projectiles. I do have some powder, but I want to get all of this brass prepped and primed and ready to go, so that as I have more funds and I can throw more money at more projectiles and such, and more primer, or more primers and powder rather, I don't have to worry about doing this process anymore. I can just move on to the next step, and all of the brass will be cleaned and primed and just ready to go. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, went through a bunch of pins decapping NATO brass. Yeah, for sure, dude. And a lot of this, some of this is legit NATO brass. Because I think there's a difference. So you have like 556, and then you have like real NATO brass that has the 2 holes that I guess more or less just can't, you can't deprime it. Once it's spent, it's spent. There we go. But some of these are dirty. Sealed primers are a pain. Yeah, for sure. I've done quite a few sealed primers in this bunch. There's a lot of them here. And this press is old, but it's flawless, man. It's so good. Because I was running my buddy's multi-stage press, and just figured like, man, I'm just doing everything in a single stage, so I might as well just switch to this. So I got this one put together, prepped, ready to go, and now we're just rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. So what do we got? Have I played around with these new bimetal rounds? 85 grain loads going. Oh yeah, like the Sig Fury and such. The 227 Sig Fury, which I think the military has a different classification name, but I'm pretty sure the Sig 227 Fury is the civilian version of it. Oh, it's 5.56. Really? No, I didn't. I've not played with that at all. Single stage press, excellent for match grade. Progressive stretch for. Yeah. So I've got a buddy of mine who has a Dillon progressive reloading press that he is literally in the process of. If he hasn't already, he's going to be doing so soon, setting it up for pistol rounds, because we've got a lot of, I have a lot of pistol brass myself. He's got a lot of pistol brass, and we just recently got a bunch of 115 grain ball ammo or projectiles that, we'll just load it all up, get her done, But that's a lot of pressure, man. Loading out. And of course, I'd imagine it's probably going to be like a stainless steel base with a brass casing, so they're bound together somehow, or that base is crimped on, I guess.